Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. As we pick up our study of the book of Proverbs, we are in chapter 22. Some interesting information is in this chapter. Solomon begins, "A good name is to be more desired than wealth, and favor is better than silver and gold." Well, our world is going after the silver and gold. They're going after great wealth. But to have a name of being a person who is striving to live the way Christ wants them to live, to really be able to wear the name Christian, that's more important than anything else. Now let's understand, just calling yourself a Christian doesn't make you one any more than if you went in my chicken house and you called yourself a chicken. A Christian is much more than what somebody says they are. It's how they live, what's in their heart, what comes out of their heart in their lives. And so, a good name, a name that is respected, a name that when people say it, they do not say it in disdain and dishonor. That is what we should be striving for in life. Because when we have that good name, we honor the one who died on the cross for us and the God who sent him. Verse 2, "The rich and poor have a common bond. The Lord is the maker of them all." Yeah, whether you have great wealth, whether you don't, God is still the maker. And I think that's an important thought. God is the maker. You know, many people will say, well, children are simply born because of biological processes. The Bible doesn't agree with that. The Bible says God is the maker. Psalms 139 still tells us that before the writer was formed in the womb, God knew him. God knew Jeremiah before he was born. God truly is the maker of each and every one of us. Verse 3, some great advice. "The prudent sees the evil and hides himself, but the naive go on and are punished for it." If you were driving down the road and somebody came into your lane, you're going to begin to try to defensively drive and get out of their way. But when you see evil coming, and most of the time we do, be defensive. Get out of its way. You know, several times Paul in the New Testament tells us to flee things. Literally run away, just like Joseph did from Potiphar's wife. We get out of the way because evil can, if it's given the opportunity, truly run over us. But the naive, the careless person, they just go on their little way, and when evil comes along, it, of course, winds up catching them and getting them in trouble. You know, maybe what Peter said in the New Testament in 1 Peter chapter 5 is really, really important for us here. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about seeking whom he may devour. We've got to be on the lookout. We've got to be on the watch, because Satan will do any and everything within his power to be able to trip us up. Verse 6, wow, important for our day and time. Because as we look around out there, we see how this verse has been forsaken. Train up a child in the way in which he should go, and when he's old, he'll not depart from it. Sadly, a lot of parents have quit being parents. They want to be friends. They want to be buddies. I don't know what they want to be, but they don't want to be parents. They want to train. They don't want to guide. They don't want to guard their children. They just kind of have them. Hand them a cell phone or a computer or a game board or a television and let them go. Children need training. They need preparation for life. And let's realize not only as parents are we trying to get children ready for life, we're trying to get children ready for eternity. And that does not come naturally to anyone. We need training. We need guidance. We all need those things so very much. And as we look around the generations that are growing up recently, we see the great need for more concentrated, proper training. Because so many kids, quite honestly, have no clue how to live. Well, dropping on down to verse 15, foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of discipline will remove it far from him. Now, I know the experts, and maybe I need to define an expert. X is an unknown quantity in math, and spurt is a drip under pressure. But the experts tell us there ought not to be any corporal punishment for children. Time out or take something away from them or whatever, but no corporal punishment. And again, as we look around at the generations that are coming up, we see the results of this. We see undisciplined young people that basically are running wild. And if they're trying to be disciplined at school, many times their parents come crashing down upon the school and the system and everything else. And we're going to pay an awful, awful price for undisciplined children. Now, this doesn't mean we go around spanking children all the time. It doesn't mean we go around beating children. But children need to be corrected. They need to be given a direction, and they need to be expected to go in that direction. The psalmist compares them to arrows in a quiver that are in the hand of a wise man. We need to decide where we want our children to wind up, and we need to point them in that direction. And if it takes discipline to get them there, then by all means, let's give them the discipline they need. And then a rather lengthy one, 17 beginning, incline your heart and hear the words of the wise. Apply your mind to my knowledge, for it shall be pleasant if you keep them within you, that they may be ready on your lips, so that you may be, that your trust may be in the Lord. I have taught you today, even you. So listen to the wise. Learn from the wise. Learn from what Solomon is telling us in this chapter. But he says not only that, treasure it up. Make it pleasant to you. So it will, number one, be on your lips, and so you may learn to trust in the Lord. Oh, that is so very important for all of us, that we trust in God. As Solomon has already said, not in ourselves. May God help you. to be the people, and if you're parents, the parents that He wants you to be.